Now we are going to study about a property, another property relating to liquids, children. That property is called as capillarity. Before we go to that property, let us see some situation in our daily life. All of you know chalk, isn't it? Suppose some ink is falling in your book while you are writing in the class. Drops of inks are falling. What will you do automatically? What will you do? Yes. What will you do? Yes, you take the chalk and keep it over it. When you keep it over it, what will happen? It will be blotting the ink. Isn't it? That is, the ink will be completely blotted. That is one situation. Another situation which you know, handkerchief which you use. All of you know what is handkerchief? What type of handkerchiefs you will use? Cotton, wool, what type? Cotton. Most of you will use only cotton. Why? If you keep it in our face or anywhere in part of the body, it should absorb that water particles. Yes? What happened? It will not be absorbing. Or polyester, if you take it, will not absorb. That is why we are using only cotton cloth. It will be absorbing it. All that water particles will be absorbed clearly and your face will be clean. Isn't it? Okay. So that is another situation. Third situation. All of you have, that is the wick of a lamp. Tiri. Wick means, otherwise it is called tiri, isn't it? When you light a lamp, what will you do? Lot of wick you will have. W-I-C-K. It is called W-I-C-K. Wick. Tiri. Isn't it? That you immerse it inside oil. Kerosene lamp, some of you nowadays we are not using this kerosene lamp. Emergency light, all that, inverters, etc. we are using. But in olden days they were using what is called what? This kerosene lamp we use. Isn't it? What happens there? You can see you're immersing inside kerosene. Or coconut oil, when you burn a lamp, etc. Coconut oil, etc. you'll be using. What happened to that wick? It will become wet. So when it is becoming wet, what will happen? When you burn it, easily it will be getting burning. And usually you will use what type of cloth? Cotton cloth only you will be using. Then, one more situation I can tell you. During rainy season, if you touch the walls of your house, what you can see? Touch the walls of the house, it is very wet. Why it is wet? Water particles are entering from outside. So all these situations, what you can observe, small holes are present in all this. For example, chalk if you take, small holes are present. Cotton cloth you take, small holes are present. This building surrounding this, between the stones, everything you can see small holes. Yes. So all this what happens? It is absorbing the water particle and rising it. It is spreading throughout. Isn't it? This chalk piece if you take, you can see easily it is absorbing. Easily it will be absorbing what? That blue ink. Why? Because it is passing through the tiny pores, rising. It is rising. Okay. So this rise of a liquid to every part of the substance. Rise of a liquid to every part of the substance, that is called as what? That is called as capillary rise. Capillary rise. Water is rising here, so you can say it is as capillary rise. Rise of liquid to every part. For example, chalk you take full, it will become wet. After some time you can see. If you put it inside water, this chalk will become wet. If you put a cotton cloth inside water, it will become wet. Isn't it? So all that is due to the property which is called as capillary rise. Understood? Now another thing is there in this case of capillary rise. Suppose you take a vessel and a small tube, open tube, and fill it with water. When you fill it with water, let it be A, let us name it as A. When you fill it with water, what will happen? Water will be rising and reaching here up to this. It will be fully, water will be present. Water will be rising. You are taking water, I told you, isn't it? water will be rising and reaching here. Suppose you take another vessel, similar type vessel is taken with again a tube. This tube is called capillary tube. Understood? And we are taking mercury. Mercury, all of you know, liquid metal. I think all of you seen it. Automatically what will happen to that liquid? It will be like this. It is going down. Here it is rising up like this. That's the difference. And here what you can see, it is going down. So automatically what will happen to the liquid here also? It will be like this. It will also go down. If you have the liquid, it will be like this. Like this. It is going down. Understood? So this is called rise of liquid. This is called going down, depression. Depression. What is this called? Rise, and this is called liquid is rising. If you use water, it will rise. If you use mercury, what will happen? It will depress. So this is called capillary rise. Capillary rise, and this is called capillary depression. Clear, children? Capillary rise and capillary depression. Okay, now so this rise or depression of any liquid, rise or depression of any liquid, this property is called as, I told you at the first, capillarity. This property is called as capillarity. I think clear. Rise or depression of a liquid. Rise or depression. Rise or depression of a liquid is called as what? Capillarity. This property is called as capillarity. Now our next question, how this rise is taking place, how this depression is taking place. How rise will be taking place, how this depression is taking place, that is what we are going to study. What are the causes, why it is, which is a force acting here, why is water only rising, why is mercury going down, which is a force acting here. Understood? What is the reason for this depression? All that we are going to study here. So some of the situations, I think some of the situations, some of you know that. If you take a paper clip or if you take a razor blade and keep it on top of water, keep it on top of water, what will happen? Easily it will be at the top like this, water. Isn't it? It will be, last year I think 8th standard you studied. Chemistry sir would have showed you, or chemistry teacher would have showed you, isn't it? So why is this paper? You will answer very easy. Teacher, we know teacher, answer is surface tension. Surface tension. This is the answer you will give me. I know that. Because last year in chemistry we have studied. So the answer is surface tension. Why it is, why this molecules of water is behaving like that? It is behaving like a stretch membrane. What happens? It is behaving like a stretch membrane. Why it is behaving like that? That is what, which is a force which is acting here. Okay, which is a force which is acting here. That is what we are going to study. Razor blade on top of water. Then another example, all of you know that. Some of the previous class I showed you. There is some insect floating on top of the liquid. Previous class I showed you, I think you remember, isn't it? Some insects will be moving over the water. Yes, then all of you know that leaf, colocasia leaf, if you take and if water droplets are falling on that leaf, what will happen? You can shape will be like this, spherical in shape on the leaf. All this is, what is the reason behind, which is a force acting. Understood? So here also two type of forces acting. Let us see what is a force acting. Already I told you, take a razor blade and keep it over top of a vessel containing water. Isn't it? So what will happen there? The blade will be floating as though it is floating because it is behaving like a what? Stretch membrane. Already I told you. Now near that blade what you have to do, place a small piece of soap near that and dip it near that water, near the blade. What will happen? You can see the blade slowly moves. So what is the reason behind it? Understood. Another example we can take, mercury. I think all of you have seen mercury. Yes. So if you see mercury, what happened? It is a liquid metal. It will not flow like water. So it will be in the form of a spherical in shape, drops. One drop, if you keep it with another drop, what will happen? This drop slowly moves over it. This drop, if two drops are there, what happen after some time? This drop will be moving and joining with, and it becomes a single drop. In the case of mercury, molecules, both are of same molecules. So what will happen? It will become a single molecule like this. So you can see here there is force of attraction between same molecules of same kind. What is the force here? These are the force of attraction between molecules of same kind. Okay. So this force is called force of cohesion. What is this force called? Force of cohesion. What is force of cohesion? Attraction between molecules of same kind. Attraction between molecules of same kind. Mercury. If you take vessel containing water like this, vessel containing water like this, you can see lot of molecules of water will be at the top, isn't it? These molecules of water will be attracted downwards like this, sidewards. All this it will be attracting like this. So easily what will happen? Because of the force of attraction, these molecules will be remaining in the vessel. But above it is not having anything to attract. So that is why what happened? The resultant force will be downwards only, not upwards, because you don't have any molecules above. Okay. So what happened when you keep the blade here? What will happen? There is a force here acting on the blade, and that is why this blade will be remaining as a stretch membrane. So this force is called what force here? Force of cohesion. Clear? One more force is there. Another example, let me say another situation. What is one of the situation? Let us take a midrib of a coconut leaf. I think you know what is coconut leaf, irkali. Take that and dip it inside water. So when you dip it inside water, what will happen? You can see small particles sticking into it. Chariya particles, small particles sticking into it. Isn't it? Then what happens next? Suppose you want to turn a book. What will you do? Very difficult to turn. Automatically what will you do? Touch water or like this and then turn it. Currency note, you can see in the bank how they are turning, all that. So here what is the two substance? Here children, water plus any other substance. Water plus any other substance. This is called as what? There is a force of attraction between different kind of particles. Here is a force of attraction between same. Isn't it? Here force of attraction between a water and any other thing. This force is called force of adhesion. Adhesion, force of adhesion. So what is this force called? Force of adhesion. What is this force called? Force of cohesion. Okay, so what happens? This is how you can see water particles sticking together, mercury drops sticking together, force of cohesion. Yes, force of adhesion. What is the examples I told you? Small water particles sticking on the stick and small particles sticking on your hand, such that easily you can move the currency note. Isn't it? So all these are examples of force of adhesion. So capillary rise or depression is formed because of which force here? Force of cohesion and force of adhesion. Okay, clear children? Yes. Now you can ask me that question, why is the liquid rising? Why is the liquid not going down? Isn't it? So let us take a small example. Here is capillary tube like this, little bigger and big capillary tube. 3 capillary tube we are taking. Yes, so what happened? You are filling with water, all same amount of water we are filling. In which case you have more rise here, diameter lesser. This is less diameter, this is less diameter, diameter is little bigger, and this is very big. In which case you have more rise here? Which case you have more rise here, children? Yes, in this case. Less diameter, more rise. What about this? Diameter is more, but rise is less. Rise is less. So what is the reason? Which is the force acting here? Adhesion force is there, cohesion force is there, all that you know that, isn't it? So which is the first force acting here? Force of adhesion. If the force of adhesion is greater than, you have which force here? Force of adhesion and force of cohesion. Two forces are acting here. Why it is rising in this? What happens here? The weight of the liquid is very less. So what happened? Adhesive force is greater than what? Cohesive force or force of cohesion. Adhesive force is greater than cohesion force. That is why capillarity rises more. Next case, in this case what happened? Here what you have more? Cohesive force is more water molecules are present, diameter is more water molecules is present. So what will happen? Cohesive forces more than adhesive force is more than adhesive force. So what will happen here? Cohesive force is more than adhesive force. So what will happen to the rise here? Rises, that is why rise is less. Understood? So this is the reason why it is rising, why it is going down, all that. So already I told you, I think just we can recollect once more and stop. Yes. So what all you studied here? Capillarity. Isn't it? Different situation relating to capillarity, rise, depression. Isn't it? What are the different causes of this? Which are the forces acting? Which are the forces acting here? Force of cohesion, attraction between molecules of same kind, force of adhesion, attraction between molecules of different kind, that is force of adhesion. Next, what you study, why capillarity rise is taking place in the tube which is having less diameter, why capillarity rise is taking place in the tube which is having more diameter. Understood? So what is the reason, which is a force acting, all that. Okay children, I think all of you understood very well. Yes, I can see your face, everyone. Yes, I think all of you understood. Okay, yes.